like my life away. You drive me over the limit. But I know I can't stay. I've got enough.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another video. On my last channel I did college videos, and since we have a new channel, I of course want to continue them, help you guys out if you guys ever have any questions or video requests. I'm going to be a sophomore this fall, so I spent 1 year in a dorm room. So this video is gonna be about necessities in a dorm room, which I feel like I have a good amount of things to suggest to you guys because of living in a dorm room for a year. I'm so weird. The first thing I want to touch on is my experience in a dorm for a whole year, and then I'll get into all the dorm necessities. My first year in a dorm was interesting, as it always is as a freshman. I decided to room with a friend from high school. We weren't best friends, but I think living in a dorm together and just going through the whole experience made us really close as friends. I know a lot of you guys either did random or I don't know what people do, like I guess some people like go on the Facebook page and find a roommate. In terms of those situations, the biggest thing is communication, because you guys will be living together and it does make it a lot easier. I lived in a double, which I believe is just one single room, 2 people. We split the room. I was on the right side and she was on the left, and we basically just took care of our parts of the room, and I didn't really care whether her side was dirty or clean because I just knew my part of the room was gonna be clean the whole time. I've compiled a list of 10 items, which wasn't planned, but 10 items that you will find that you need in a dorm room and will probably make dorm life a lot easier, just knowing all the stuff before going into college. The first thing I have on the list is a vacuum. So going into freshman year, my roommate bought one handheld vacuum, which didn't end up working. I don't recommend those. And then after that, she bought another handheld vacuum, and that one broke as well. So we ended up borrowing our hallmate's portable, like longer vacuum. Definitely suggest that you invest in one of those. You don't really realize how much dust and dirt just compiles in your living area when you guys are walking in and out. Second thing on my list is a big trash can. You don't want to get a small, cute, dinky trash can, and it'll actually surprise you the amount that you throw out. So definitely a big trash can. The third item is Raid. Now, in a dorm, in a whole hall, you're living with a bunch of people who like to open their windows, and you're gonna get gnats, you're gonna get beetles, really gross, you're gonna get some critter somewhere. And on the first night of staying in a dorm, there's actually a huge beetle on my lamp, and luckily my roommate brought Raid, and that saved me a ton of nightmare. The next item is disinfectant wipes and hand sanitizer. I've noticed when you're living in an enclosed area with someone, if one of you gets sick, the other one gets sick right after, so it's gonna be a lot easier to prevent being sick when you have disinfectant wipes and hand sanitizer, just to clean all the germs in your dorm and protect yourself. On the note of being sick, when you become sick in college, the last thing you want to do is leave your dorm or walk to the dining hall or get in your car and drive. So you're gonna want to make sure that you buy a bunch of soup, a bunch of canned soup and cough drops to save you the energy. It's also a lot easier. You can just pop it in your microwave and you're not better, but you feel better than when you don't have soup. Next one is plastic to-go cups and bowls and silverware. I've noticed that even though I did have silverware in my dorm, I just didn't want to go wash it. I was lazy, I was busy, so having all these plastic utensils makes it a lot easier and it's less time consuming. The next dorm necessity is really important. If you want to stay healthy while in college, I suggest getting a bin of healthy snacks. It's really hard to pay attention to your health and remembering to be healthy when you're in college and you just have a dining hall full of food and you just eat whatever you want. In my bin, I liked to work out during the year, so I had a bunch of oatmeal and protein bars, and I even had my amino acids in there. The next item on my list that I have is a fan. I had a lot of instances where I needed a fan. So one was, it's super hot. This is like one of those times where I need a fan. College, you get sick, and I had a fever one night, and sleeping with a fan definitely helped. It definitely makes you feel better when you have a fever or when you're sick. A lot of universities that I know of are, I'm pretty sure a lot of them are air conditioned, but I've heard that there are a bunch of halls that don't have air conditioning, so a fan is necessary if you're going into a university or halls that just don't have air conditioning. I remember there were 2 nights in my hall where there wasn't air conditioning, and fans definitely helped me survive. Okay, along with the fan, I do suggest a heated blanket. Now this is kind of not a necessity, but I did realize that having it in college was very helpful, but heated blankets do help, especially when you live in an area that gets cold during the winter. My dorm didn't have heat for almost a week, and my heated blanket came in clutch those really cold nights. The last item that you're gonna need in your dorm room is a sticky card holder. This is John's, I stole it. But what they do is they're quite tight, and you can stick your student ID and debit card, credit card in there, and they won't escape. I personally think it's a necessity because you can just carry all of your stuff, and it's nice to have things on hand rather than notice you don't have it and then have to run all the way back to your dorm. And actually a lot of people have this in college, so don't think that it's weird to just have all your stuff on your phone where people can see it. A lot of people like to buy this at their campus store because it has their university name and everything, but unfortunately when I wanted to buy it, they ran out, so I bought one on Amazon, and it looked just like this but just plain. That is my list of dorm necessities. I hope watching this video helped you guys. I know that going into your freshman year of college is a really confusing and frantic time. I really enjoy making these kinds of videos, so if you guys have any questions relating college or living in a dorm or anything, just put them down in the comment section. If you guys made it through this video, go ahead and subscribe if you want to, like, comment down below, and I hope you guys have a good day.